The Deputy Secretary of the New South Wales National Parks and Wildlife Service, but most importantly, Auntie Sharon and Auntie Merle, our local Gundungurra elders, and Auntie Sharon and Merle have been heavily involved in the Radiata Plateau process and have come up with a magnificent Gundungurra name, which I'm going to let Auntie Sharon pronounce.
There's a lot of discussion about this.
You'll all be pleased to know that they're struggling with pronunciation. But look, if we can just kick things off just by asking Auntie Sharon just to say a few words.
Yeah, look, we've come together here on traditional land of the Gundungurra people, and it's an important part of our traditions here. Auntie Merle can talk to you a little bit later, if you like, about the connection between the mission at Katoomba and this whole area, and you'll find that it's a strong tradition. It's part of our pathways. It's a part of our story. So we come through these areas to actually go to other areas as well. So to have this now come over as a national park for us is really important, and no development basically. And I think that's a more important thing as well for all of the community of the Blue Mountains. We also have strong ties back into the Burragorang from here, because we can go back down there where a lot of our family comes from, who ended up in the mission up here. And that's the link. The link is that we've always been able to travel through our pathways, but as everyone knows, I am going to get political right now, know that Warragamba Dam became a problem from day one, stopping some of our pathways. So once it got blocked off, we couldn't go through our natural pathways. And then what's happening again now, what is left is going to be another problem.
A big one
For the dam raising. The dam raising, if it does happen, will again destroy Aboriginal sites that are so important. And every time you're there, you find more and more. You don't find them, you sort of rediscover that something that we should have been able to visit forever and haven't been able to do. So this link is a link to that most people would understand if they look at a map, but by looking at a map and seeing lines, you can say, oh yeah, you can go from here to there to there. But with the deeper layer of here and the connection through there and back into even further down to the Southern Highlands and all those places, it starts at the top of the mountain. So people pass the top of the mountain, past other people from other groups, they would have come through these areas as well. We would have been doing trade, we would have been doing every possible traditional thing that we could. So today, if we break any more ties, it's also affecting people and their knowledge of country, and I think we need to re-establish these links, and hopefully through good people in Parliament and other places, that these links don't get weakened and broken again. So we've had to try and stay strong with it, but having this plateau here is a big gain for all peoples. Anyway, so welcome you this morning, and Merle's got some really good stories from over 70 years ago, 80 years ago, that she'll talk about to you when we're down there a bit further, but we don't want to stand around.
My
here
dad
when
used
we
to
can
come
go.
through here shooting rabbits.
Yeah.
So, with a ferret, when I was about 7, So
we're talking over 70
But this
years
was all
ago.
bush then. This was right up the top
yeah.
where the marked tree is, which isn't a marked tree at all. No.
It's important to all families here, and today it became important to the local community who were trying to save this area from development. So it's rather interesting. It went from traditional land to non-traditional. It'll always stay traditional land, but it went into other people's hands, and then now it's coming back in a way that we can all manage it together in the appropriate way now.
Yeah.
So that's always important to do it together.
And what's its name then, Auntie Sharon?
Okay. Ngula Bulgarabang. I got it. I did it right.
Bulgarabang.
Yes, yeah, it's B-U-L.
And she'll spell it for you in a
Yeah,
minute if you want to know how
I'll
to
spell it for you.
And
that
Auntie
you know.
Sharon,
So
it
that
means-
means, yeah, it means a very large wood forest. So we don't, because we don't have a specific name for that gum tree. And there's only a few gum trees we actually have names for. So we do it as a wood, which is a woodland, and that's what it is. And it's a forest because it's big enough to be a forest as well. And I think it's rather good. We should have made it an easier word.
Thanks, Auntie.
But the reality is, the more we say it, the more we know it. And and it's a word that hasn't been used for a very long time. Hundreds of years, basically, no one's used it. But now it's all come together, and now everyone will be using it. So that's good.
Thanks, Auntie
That's
Sharon.
revival. That's what it's about.
So, I guess it's a fairly informal sort of session this morning. We've got about an hour. We thought we'd poll people and then with some four-wheel drives and take a short drive out to a point where we can take a short walk to a lookout for those that are interested. So, yeah, that's the schedule.
Perfect. Do you mind if I say?
It's all yours.
Thank you, Krusty. Can I just begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. Can I also just remind everyone that the land we gathered on today was, and now because of this decision, always will be Aboriginal land. Can I thank you so much, Annie Mill and Sharon, for being here today and for the genuine love, care and ongoing custodianship of the country that you have. It means so much for me to be able to join you here today. So thank you for the honour and privilege of being here and allowing us to be on country. Can I also acknowledge someone that is very dear to me, our local MP, Trish Doyle. She is a great champion for the Blue Mountains and someone that plays hard, but when it comes to delivering outcomes for communities, will put aside politics to work with a Liberal like me to get things done. So thank you so much, Trish, for your ongoing advocacy for your community and the way you engage with me. I really do appreciate it. For those of you that aren't very happy with my role as the Minister for the Environment, you can blame one of my mentors in politics, and that is Shane Mallard, who actually
I'll lead you to the left.
gave me one of my first jobs in politics when I joined as an 18-year-old, and Shane has encouraged me and mentored me and developed me. And Shane, there is a special place in hell for you for what you've done. Thank you so much, and I know how genuinely you care about the Blue Mountains in this area. Can I acknowledge Councillor Kevin Schreiber, also a great warrior for the community for many, many years. Thank you again. Kevin's someone that saw me as a young whippersnapper with a full head of hair, which wasn't that long ago. That's what life in Parliament does to you. But thanks, Kevin, for your ongoing commitment to the community. There are so many people that I would like to acknowledge, but I'd like to particularly acknowledge the Blue Mountains Conservation Society, who have waged a campaign for our community for over 30 years. Today's victory is one for you and your members, and I want to say a huge thank you on behalf of everyone who cares about environment and loves country. So thank you so much. These things don't happen without people caring about their community and fighting for it. It is a great credit to you, and we are better because of the work you do. So thank you so much.
Did you bring a membership song? I am.
It'd be remiss of me not to acknowledge also the local paper, the Blue Mountains Gazette. I know you guys were at the forefront of supporting the community and running this campaign, so this is what activist journalism looks like, and it's a great result, so thank you very much. You know, the winner today is the Blue Mountains. The winner today is every single person that cares about the environment and cares about the community, because today we're handing this special piece of land, which we heard Annie Cheryl so eloquently talk about, back to the community forever. We will keep Radiata wild. And And I think that's the motto. And it's what happens when all of us can come together, regardless of our age or gender or political persuasion, and say, we want to put the community first. And that's exactly what we've done. So I'm proud to have played a very small part in that. It is hopefully one of a number of new acquisitions to our national park estate that we will make in this area in the next few months and in the short period ahead. But I'll have more to say about that later. But today what we've done is protect this special part of the environment. We will ensure that our threatened and endangered species who use this land are able to survive in perpetuity. Things like the spotted-tailed quoll and the gang cockatoo. These are really important animals that do need our protection. But we also protect and conserve that important cultural heritage, which is so important. And we heard the story, that continuing connection to land, which will happen for many years to come. You know, we stopped this amazing bit of environment being overdeveloped, and we've returned it to the community for future generations to be able to enjoy. And that, my friends, is something worth fighting for. So thank you everyone for being part of this. May this be the start of many new additions to our national park estate, with the community working together to preserve what's best about our country, our beautiful natural environment. So thank you very much.
Do you want to say a few words, Trish?
Thanks for coming up, Matt, and I think it is important for the community to actually see that across the political divide, people do work together, they talk. No smirking, Mr. Mallow, no smirking.
We're talking about trains.
For the benefit of our environment, Blue Mountains is synonymous with conservation. So whilst we have our Blue Mountains Unions Council here as well, the Conservation Society's campaign with the people of the Blue Mountains, as Matt has already mentioned, is absolutely critical to acknowledge. And I feel really proud to be here with Arnie Merle and Arnie Sharon as well, and to continue the stories of our past and of our present and into the future, to acknowledge Aboriginal heritage. And I'm really pleased that you raised a few other issues around protecting Aboriginal heritage too.
Connected.
Absolutely,
And
the
that's
connection,
message.
the story of connection.
The message is connection.
So thanks for everyone being here today. Matt, for letting me know. I think it is really important actually to acknowledge that not only the connection with environment and Aboriginal heritage, but just the people who care about working together for the benefit of community. So that's important. And Krusty, you and the team need to be acknowledged as well. Our National Parks and Wildlife Service is second to none here in the Blue Mountains. So I'm really proud of what you guys do in the name of conservation and protecting environment and promoting environment and growing our national parks estate. Next stop, preserving Blackheath.
Yes.
I'll leave it at that. There you go.
Oh, well, I will say a few words. Thank you, Minister, for coming to the Blue Mountains. You're no stranger to the Blue Mountains, though. Matt's been here many times with me, even before as a minister, and bushwalk. We're going bushwalking this afternoon, in fact. The Minister for the Environment that gets out in the environment all the time, which is really great to see. It's a great honour to be here today. I am a local resident. I declared that interest a long time ago, and as soon as I moved up here in the mountains about 4 or 5 years ago, the Radiata Plateau campaign was brought to my attention straight away. And the last election, when healthy rivalry, we came and looked at it with the Conservation Society and the former minister, and we said, what can we do? And then Matt became the minister. He just rang me up straight away and said, how can we sort this out? What do you think about buying this land and stopping it from being developed? I just thought it was just amazing. Such a proactive approach to this issue from the minister. So I really thank you, Matt, for what you've done for the community. It won't be forgotten. It's a legacy here for generations.
Even if you did lose a bit of hair.
And the users here are diverse. As we know, those of you who are locals, it's popular for recreation, walking, and indeed walking dogs. I'm not sure how that works, Krusty, but we'll sort that out in the plan of management.
We've got a plan.
I've already been consulted on the plan of management, and the residents have. but also rock climbers use this, and the Blue Mountains is famous for producing world standard rock climbers, and it's an observation sport in the coming Olympic Games, which have been postponed, I believe, but and that's really popular. So there's a whole diverse type of users that come here, as well as people just love the nature. So I just want to say thank you very much, Matt and Trish, and Conservation Society, which you guys, these guys have got a folder, a scrapbook that goes right back to the Gazette, the 1970s, I think, and I'm sure members have passed away that worked so hard to achieve this, and that we've done it on their behalf. And you guys just amazing. I just want to thank you for what you've done. And Kevin, who's a great mate of mine and who engages really strongly in the community up here as well. So those few words, thank you, Matt, for coming up today.
And before we check it out, I too just want to acknowledge the amazing work of our National Parks and Wildlife Service. You know, this wouldn't have happened without them. Dave, your leadership in this local area is legendary. And most recently we saw that during the bushfires. Absolutely. Where Dave and the crew were at the forefront of protecting people and property, and also our most important natural assets. You saw the great win that we had in saving the Wallamai pines, and that was a great credit to you, Dave, and your entire team of National Parks and Wildlife Service staff. So they don't always get a lot of recognition, but what they do is really important, and the community support. If you get the opportunity, please let them know how much you appreciate them, because you know, without them, we wouldn't be protecting parcels of land like this. We wouldn't be ensuring that threatened and endangered species are able to survive, and we wouldn't be able to ensure that people that come and care about the environment can have a great visitor experience when they visit one of our national parks. So thank you, Krusty, Atticus, and the whole team.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you very much. And it's just great to be so supported by all levels of government, so it's very appreciated. I'm not sure it's legendary, but too much. So like I said, look, it's pretty informal. We were just going to take a little drive up along the track and then go for a short walk.
How far's the walk?
Cameron?
So it's only a 1.5 kilometre drive, and it's about maybe 300 metre walk.